Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the UL Monroe Warhawks taking on the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Warhawks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket breaking down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? You get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So the Warhawks offense headed onto the field. Now our first look at them today. Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him.
Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They want to throw it. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, UL Monroe. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Give to the back. Turning it on! And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Finds a tight end. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sparks. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The Bobcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab on the shot. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bobcats! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got it in the middle, it's Sullivan. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Evans.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Warhawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Warhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
How about that change-up on 3rd down? You're expecting pass, 3rd and long, and they slip a run in there? Man, really took advantage of the defense playing the sticks, playing 3rd down and long, and got it. And boy, did it pay off.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points. Intercepted to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Jackson gonna throw it. Oh, he's gonna try to get it all here. The pass is incomplete and 1 second is left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
And the Bobcats will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They'll start this drive going to the air. They have it, and the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Warhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more muscle in that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
And the Warhawks send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Bobcats will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds some fresh air. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you gotta protect. You gotta sell that run. And if the quarterback's gonna do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
And the Bobcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quick completion to the right. Breaks into the open. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Jackson will throw. He's got it on the run. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're working that left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass, I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this first down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
So So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking down the middle. Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
4th down, gotta have it here. Makes the grab, past the marker. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds us back in the middle. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Defense gets the timeout called, 20 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas State.
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And this to lock things up late. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
And the Warhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And you just saw one there on the crossing route.
Rides to back and leaves it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Warhawks. They jump on top here in OT.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score ULM 17, Texas State 10.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Jackson gonna throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Bobcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker, it's Anderson. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to get it in. crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Texas State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a 2nd OT. And he makes the extra point. Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw. Finds his tight end. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on the 3rd down.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
This thing has been back and forth now. 1st and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical Brown game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Texas State. Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
They got the touchdown. Now in the 2nd overtime, you have to go for 2. Looking to throw. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Texas State, 23. ULM, 17.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top